Okay, so I just got off from my church service this morning and I tried to talk to the person who spoke and preached the word, and they did not listen to what I had to say. So I am venting here about all of the mistakes I think that were made in the sermon. The person who spoke did an entire sermon on Leah, as in Rachel's sister, as in Jacob's wife, Jacob's first wife, the unwanted wife. The speaker really wanted to make Leah look incredibly sympathetic, and in doing so, he unfairly villainized Jacob and Rachel. In my opinion, I think he did. Um, he made this point that, well, Jacob deceived Esau, so Leah deceived Jacob, and it kind of was even Stevens at that point. Is that true though? Deceive is a very strong word. Deceptive is an incredibly strong word. Rachel deceived, no, not Rachel, Rebecca. Rebecca deceived Isaac. And Jacob listened to what Rebecca told him to do. And when I brought that up, he said, no, I think he was still deceptive. And then he said, well, remember the time of the stew and all of that? And I'm like, Rebecca made the stew. What is he talking about? But he was referring to the previous time when Esau wanted some stew, and Jacob only agreed if he gave up his birthrights. Um, is that deceptive? Or is that just taking advantage? Jacob did not lie about his intentions. Um, I think he just took advantage. Doesn't necessarily mean that was the right thing to do, but deception, I would not say, was involved in that particular story. He went on to say that I actually spoke with my parents right before I did this video, but Rachel kind of flaunted it in Leah's face that Jacob wanted her more. That was not brought up in the sermon. Um, what was brought up was that Leah prayed and God blessed Leah with a lot of children. And Leah thought that if she had children, she would be loved by Jacob, which never was the case. Um, he was fair to say that Leah took part in the deception of Laban against him. Um, but let's be real, Leah also flaunted it in Rachel's face that she could have children, that Leah could have children and Rachel couldn't. Um, and then to kind of summarize everything, the speaker said it was through Leah's line that the whole world was saved, because he was directly making reference to Leah bore Judah, and it was through the line of Judah that Jesus came, and Jesus is the savior of the whole world. He did save the world. This part is true, but it neglects that it was through Rachel's line and Joseph that Egypt was saved. So I don't know. I think people are way too harsh on Jacob and Rachel. Incredibly unfairly so. I think it's totally wrong to villainize one of the patriarchs of our faith. God so clearly used him. The man was so passionate. The man fought with God. and God blessed him bountifully. I don't see the problem here. I don't understand why everyone feels like they need to be in Leah's camp. We don't know these people. We only know little details about them. And even with those little details, a lot of them were overlooked in the sermon today. And when I tried to bring that up, it was just kind of brushed aside and was kind of like, well, I'm right, you're wrong. Okay, if that's how you want to take criticism, go right ahead, by all means. But don't expect me to be in your corner next time you speak.